Okay, so we left off talking about working with vendors. When we work with vendors, we want to go through the process of making sure that our vendors are approved. What that means is we have a list of vendors that are ready to go, have already gone through our process, and are already approved for you to use for your property management clients. That means that we've gotten verification of their licensing, we've made sure that they have current insurance, and they fill out some documents for us so that we can send them a 1099 at the end of the year. It's very important before you use a vendor, hire them at all, you make sure that they are on our approved vendor list or they go through the steps to become an approved vendor. To become an approved vendor, we have a packet on our website that they can access. And they can get that packet, fill it out, and send it in to us along with the necessary license and insurance and things like that, and they'll become an approved vendor. That's really all there is to it. We just have to make sure they're a good quality qualified vendor and have all their insurance in place. So we've talked about the EPA certified vendors. Just make sure that if the property is built before 1978, you're using that EPA certified vendor. For anything more than 6 square feet on the interior, which is only like a 2x3 space, so not very big, and on the exterior of the property, it's anything larger than 20 square feet. So 20 square feet on the exterior, which is 5x4, and 6 square feet on the interior. Anything above those dimensions, you have to use an EPA certified vendor. Late payments. When the tenants pay late, anything past the grace period, so after the 5th of the month, they're going to have to pay with certified funds. Certified funds are cashier's checks, money order. They cannot pay with a personal check. So we want to make sure that they're aware of that. They can still go and pay at some of the other opportunities, but we will not allow them to pay by personal check anymore because of the time period it takes for the funds to clear, and we want to make sure the owner gets their money as soon as they can. So with late fees, we charge a pretty stiff penalty of a late fee at 10% because we want to make sure that the tenant feels the pain of paying late. We don't want to encourage that, so we want them to pay on time. When we collect that late fee, we do share that 50-50 with the owners, meaning that the owners get 50% of the late fees, and there is really nobody else that does that we're aware of. So most companies keep all of the fees. We want to make sure that we explain to the owner that we are sharing that with them, and so they're being compensated for having to wait for the payment because it's being paid late. So we always apply the money towards rent first, so if there's any rent owed, it goes towards that, then the late fees get paid next. Notices. Let's say the tenant doesn't pay the rent at all. They're not paying it on time, they're not paying it late. After the grace period, after the 3-day grace period, then basically we've got a 3-day notice that you can post. The 3-day notice is a notice that the tenant has not paid their rent on time. It gives them the opportunity to vacate the property. So it says within 3 business days, so it doesn't include weekends and it doesn't include holidays. That 3-day notice needs to be posted on the door. So you'll be notified by our property, our team of rentals managers. You'll be notified from them that your property is late. They will prepare and send you the 3-day notice. The 3-day notice has to be posted on the door or hand delivered to the tenant. We prefer just posting it on the door of the residence because you can't give it to a minor, you can't give it to somebody else that's not on the lease. So you're going to fill that out. The date that you post it, when their 3 days is up, so you're not going to include Saturdays, Sundays, and any legal holidays. So if you posted it on a Thursday, Friday would be day 1, Monday would be day 2, and Tuesday would be day 3, as long as there's not a holiday in there. So you want to make sure that you're posting that 3-day notice. At the bottom, you fill out what's called a certificate of service. The certificate of service is where you fill in who posted it, and if you posted the notice or hand delivered it. We need that, and we need a copy of the 3-day notice. So always keep a copy of that in case if you have to file for an eviction.